Hey, everybody, how's it going this evening? I hope you're having a good time. I know I am. Gonna be posting this over to the page real quick so that we can get uh, everybody on board. And then I'm gonna start knocking it out here. I'm just working on the Riddler right now with this live coloring session. I've been working on these for a bit. Hey, Nathan, how's it going, man? Glad you can make it. I've been working on these for a little bit. I've got a stack of cards here, and I got, so far, I'll show you guys what I've got. I got Hawk and Dove from DC Comics. Pretty much the same thing I showed in the picture. For the prep, there's Medusa and Black Bolt. If you can see that, I'll move that down a little so you guys can see that. And then I'll move on to the next set, which is Sue Storm, the Golden Age Green Lantern, and Wildcat from Marvel and DC, so you guys can see those. Hey, Marcel. And now I am finishing up the Riddler here, and then I'm going to be doing Rusty Gilligan, my buddy, my pal for 20 years or so. I'm going to be doing his Super Patriot, and I've got in this mix, I've got Gideon, I've got Triclops, I've got Adam, I've got Bluegrass from the Silverhawks, Maverick from Weapon X, Man at Arms from He-Man. I've got there's oh good lord, Red-Man. There's Doctor Strange in there. I've got Bane in there, and I've been running around so my hands are a little shaky. I've been moving some stuff before I got started. Batman with Clayface in the background. I've got tons of stuff in these cards, and this is the set that I'm going to be doing today because of the fact that I wanted to knock these out for the sketchbook coming up. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, Wildcat's one of my favorite. If I was to ever say that a DC character, a superpowered DC character would beat Batman, it would definitely be Wildcat. They faced off a few times in the comic books, but I think he's still an underrated character, and his fighting skill is a little bit better and more aggressive than Batman's. So in a lot of ways, I think that he would beat him because he's a brawler. I mean, that's exactly what the guy is. From the ground up, ground zero, that's what Wildcat is. He is an old school, East Coast style brawler with that modern American mafia immigrant mentality, where he's just from that age and he's cut from a different cloth. And Batman is a little more strategic. Granted, he's a better tactical fighter, but as far as stamina goes and just pure brute force, I would think that Wildcat would beat him hands down. And I'm not much one to go around, doing the whole, versus thing, but I really dig that character because he's underrated. He's really underrated, a lot like Puma is from the Spider-Man Rogue Gallery, or from the anti-hero gallery that he's been put into now since Civil War. I just find it really strange that they put him in that persona, but just so you guys can see that, there's the Riddler. Yay, we got him done. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to go into the Super Patriot here. This card was, like I said, for my buddy Rusty Gilligan, and this guy has put this thing out for many incarnations. I have seen this book, or this character more so, in Marvel Comics. I have seen him in Image Comics for Big Bang Comics. I have seen him at Main Street for Rusty's own company and imprint. This dude has been in multi universe crossovers, and was one of the only characters, creator-owned characters, held onto by Marvel that the creator got to keep. So, you know, Rusty's been really, really fortunate and blessed by that, because of the fact that most of their properties they take over wholeheartedly and don't give up on them. And Rusty got a creator-owned project. They needed something as a patriotic character to go up against Captain America and a couple of other things when Cap was going to be removed, and that's what they used him for. And he made a few appearances, and it was cool stuff, man. You'll just have to check with Rusty on that to see what specific books they were in, because I can't remember offhand, because it was a while back, you know. And me getting on up here, I can't recall right off the top of my head what issues they were. But he's working on a book that he just put out with this character in it, retelling some cool stories from his original run, and then some new stuff added in. And no, this isn't a promotional plug. I'm just saying this because of the fact that I know Rusty did it. You know, he put out the book. So there you go. Now, if you see me looking away, I'm doing something I rarely ever do. I'm checking my color reference on this one, because I've only drawn this character like twice, and I want to do it due diligence and make sure the colors are right. So that's whenever I look away to make sure. I'm also checking to make sure you guys are still in frame, so that we don't have a problem of me, you know, coloring off air here. That's kind of pointless. But I just kind of want to make sure everything's peachy. But yeah, this is something I really want to get done with the sketchbook and get these cards colored up and moving forward. So I got to get the right blue here, because I want it to be bright blue. Normally he colors this with a royal blue, but for the sake of this card, I'm going to color it with this one, because I want it to stand up and really stand out, and I want it to have a vintage feel to it. So I'm going a little bit lighter. And if I'm kind of aggressive tonight with these cards, it's because of the fact that I don't get upset or angry with people that do that, but I actually found it really funny. But it's just like I'm in a mood to be like, okay, cool, I accept your challenge. Because I had someone come on, message me out of the blue, and say, hey man, you know, I'm a fan, blah, blah, blah. And then the guy got to talking to me. His name's Mike something or other, and it was Mike C, it said. But he gave me a message, blocked me, gave me a message, deleted it, then blocked it, and then blocked me. So I just reported it as a spam message and moved on. But now it says unknown user. So he deleted the account apparently, or the messenger account. But the bottom line was that someone was screwing with me a little bit, and he came on and he said, you know nothing, something along the line of, you know, you can't draw and you know nothing about drawing comics and blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, really? But yet, meanwhile, in the real world, I'm, so I take that stuff with a grain of salt, man. I don't get bent about that stuff. I found it very amusing. And I've been having a good laugh about it. So I was just like, whatever, man. I'm going to go have a cry over somebody saying they don't like my stuff. No. No, not at all. And since this is public, you know, if he comes on and knows me and sees what's going on with this, he's going to probably be upset because I didn't get upset about it, which I really don't care either. But, you know, there's just certain things you can't worry about this kind of crap when it comes up, because, and now I'm going to have to go with a dark blue on this one, because I realized I have to color this bad boy right here blue. But, you know, anyway, like I was saying, you know, don't take that crap to heart. The reason I say anything is not to call it out, but is to tell you guys, you know, when people do that, they're going to hate on you. They're going to say crap. They're going to lie about you. They're going to say nasty stuff about you. They're going to try and provoke fan following not to follow you. They're going to try to provoke your confidence and, you know, stab it in you, you know, to your ego and whatnot, and try to mess with you. The reason I say this is because of the fact that I don't want you guys to do it. That's a perfect, you know, transition to a lesson there. Don't let these idiots get to you, because they can only get to you as much as you can let them get to you. You know what I mean? I take that crap with a grain of salt. I've been doing this for 20 years. I really don't care. I care what the fans think about it and if they're digging the work or not. I don't care if someone hates, you know, my work because they're jealous or they don't get it or whatever. That's their problem, not mine, as far as I'm concerned. And just to give you guys a boost of confidence, to let you know, don't let that crap bother you, because people will eat at you. People will eat at you. They will come at you. They will say stuff. They will be mean. Just let it go. Let it go. Now, I know, like I said, I wanted to do that a little darker, so I'm going to go back over it with a darker blue to make it stand out. Now, like I said, I know that this is just, you know, out of the blue, like I said, but take that with a grain of salt. You know, don't take that crap serious. Just be like, well, whatever, and move on. Because I had a good laugh about it, because I was like, really, I'm sitting here drawing right now, and, you know, you have no comic books, you have no say, you have no nothing, but yet you're trying to tell me I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, okay, man. So I found it highly amusing. Okay, I wanted to go with a darker blue here, and I'm going to have to sharpen this sucker up, so bear with me just a second. Yes, I have an old school. If this is your first time seeing this, yes, I have an old school pencil sharpener on the side table, and I do use it for my pencils. It just gives the cleanest edge possible, and I want that. So, but yeah, we got to go with a little darker blue here, because the suit is a blue, and then the chest shield is a little different. The main thing Rusty cares about, I'm going to go with a red glove over here just to offset that blue, because it sometimes has a red glove, and then he changes his gauntlets a lot, and Rusty, you know, gave me the allowance to do whatever. As long as I got the star count right, and as long as I got the stripe count right, we're good. So with that being said, because these are wide stripes, they're supposed to be a specific way for a reason. And anyway, I just wanted to hammer that out. But yeah, I'm trying to get these 20 cards done today. Here in the next couple of hours, I'm going to be getting these done after I finish this with you guys. I want to get these done by early morning at the latest and get them knocked out so that I can move on with more of the finishes for the Night of the Living Dead stuff, and so I can move on with comics coming up between now and the 15th, and releasing between now and the 25th. But I have to post up all the website stuff tomorrow, so you guys can start to see that and get the early release stuff that I was talking about and get that out there. Yay, that looks cool. I like it. Cool. Okay. Excuse my sniffles. Now I'm going to go back to the red again, and I'm going to go back with this other glove before I do the belt and finish this up, because normally this would be a blue glove here. Well, I guess I can do it this way, and I'll just use a heavier blue on that glove to offset it. That way we can go ahead and do the red guard, because it goes over his arm, and I was going to color out the whole thing in blue so that we could see it better, but I'll use a darker blue instead, because he has a I'll put it as a darker glove so you guys can see that. But yeah, like I said, Rusty's pretty forgiving because they change it a lot. He changes it, you know, at random, and kind of says, well, I want to do it this way this time, and I change up the costume a little bit. And that part I like because I can do my own little twist on it without it ruining his character, because this thing has been around for ages, and I don't want to do any disrespect to him or the character. So bear with me on that. We'll knock this out. Boom. You can check out Rusty Gilligan on Facebook. That's my pal. And I will get this knocked out. Yeah, I'm just going to darken this up too because I want the mask to be a little more prominent as well to offset it from the suit in the blue that's there. And then I'm going to keep that other blue really light because I like the contrast. It's still blue, but it's going to contrast those other two, the heavy, you know, from the heavier armor and textures. Yeah, wow. Cool deal. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the belt here. And I've got a super light, where did I do it? Right there. I've got a super light brown here that I'm going to use on this. For these pouches and pockets, because he's got an old school utility belt kind of thing going on. Which I asked Rusty about that, and he said it was something he's always liked, is the old school tool belt, you know, the dad style tool belt or utility belt kind of thing, holding it all together. It just looks utilitarian. So I was like, hey man, cool. Now I've got that done. And if I remember correctly, his eyes are blue. Let's see here. I'm going to make them, I don't remember if they're brown or blue. And I don't have a color key for this guy, so I'm going to make them, I'm just going to go ahead and make them blue and hope they are. They're probably going to be brown, and he's probably going to be laughing at me. But whatever. I'm going to color in this yellow shield here. Pink, like that. Now I'm going to take this gray. Where are you? There you are. Hey, Jaden. Looks like Omok made it too. I'm just going to kind of go over this white because I don't think everything should be like pure white. It bothers me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and kind of shade that a little bit to break it. Like that. Cool deal. There we go. And now I'm going to take a bright orange and outline this guy and call it a day for you guys. That way I can get some more of these done and we can move into some other stuff. Just kind of doing this loose outline here. I used to do these for like sticker die cuts many moons ago, and now just going to shade this in. It's got like a really bright orange here. trying to make him stick out. Kind of scribble my way through here so we can get this done. There we go. Cool deal. It's one of the good things about using high quality pencils is because of the fact that you can catch a broad edge on them and they'll really cut in for you without too much damage to the surface material. They'll grade right in. And now I'm going to finish this bad boy up right across here. Boom. Done deal. And we have the symbol. You guys are awesome. I'm going to see about getting another one here because we are 21 minutes on. I'm going to see about getting a little more of this Doctor Strange colored up really quick. Let's see, what did I do with that? Super light yellow orange because that's the one I want. I want that, the bright one. There we go. And because of the way this is going to be a brighter fabric and a brighter color, I'm going to leave the outer edges on this one open to kind of reflect some light a little bit. There we go. I'm going to set that card out of the way so it doesn't fall off the desk. Then I'll have to put it on the press so I can flatten it out. Okay. Dr. Stephen Strange. I'm doing this kind of a reverse Venom style coloring process where I leave a little white on the outside, but it's the reason I say it's reverse is because it's a light color instead of being dark and doom and gloomy. Okay, go right up to that. Yeah, cool. And the symbol spikes down behind here where it does the triangles off his wrist. So we've got that going on. And now got this other hand going in here. Going this way. Cool. Okay, I'm going to come off of this glove here. Boom. Go all the way down underneath there. Like that. Just going to rock it right down in there like that. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to have, here's the edge of his wrist, one of his knuckles, side of his finger. The reason I'm doing this is so that I can go back and color this bright, these are going to be bright green. Actually, I think I'm going to go with a pink on this one because I want them to pop. So I'm going to go with a pink on this one. So they'll be spinning. And I'm going to catch the gold here on the edge of his cape. That same yellow, just like that. Which is funny because the same text and symbols that go through here come through here. So you have that going on. There we go. Cool deal. Now, I think that's all of it. Or did I miss his thumb there? Nope, I missed his thumb there. Oops. Got to get the side of his thumb. Yeah, now we're good to go because that's all power, open, open. That'll be the pink or green in color. This will be red back here. Cool deal. Okay. Now I'm gonna grab my dark red for this cape. Kind of do a natural highlight thing going on there. And I'll go ahead and color through this so that you guys can see it. Well, whenever it comes together here in a minute, it's gonna be super pink. That's his red cape shining right through there. I guess we'll go ahead and put it down through here as well. So we can just kind of overlay this as those rings shining through. Whoops, caught the edge of his knuckle. That's all right. Now on this side, I'm going to make these in the foreground, but they're going to be too thick. You know, he's going to be him charging up, so they're not going to be close enough to it to show through as much. So kind of break that up a little bit like that. That way it'll break up. That way it'll look like his cape's behind it, but it won't be as solid. Okay. I like that effect, so now I'm going to run with it too. All right, cool. Now I'll go back to this. I'm going to kind of make this go behind and show through here. Show through there just a little. Grab my red again and finish up the back side of this thing. Because I'm going to cover this. Well, you know what? I'm going to leave it open because the line work will do enough for it. I'm going to leave it open and leave it red and leave it just one color. Changed my mind midstream here so we can knock this out because I want it to look like a classic nostalgic comic book. I don't want it to look all modern and overworked. I want to keep it simple. And with this one being of that 60s era anyway, let's leave it really cool and nostalgic. Put a hard pink overlay on that. Now most people would have gone in with a marker here, but I don't want to jack the card up because it's already curling, and I'm going to press it because of the fact that it's curled up because of the ink already, and I do not want it to mess up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put it into my card press so that it can sit for a day or so and flatten out without damage. And Be ready for when you guys get it in the Kickstarter. Hopefully somebody will pick it. I don't know. Hopefully someone will. There may be a bunch of cards sitting around afterward because you guys don't, you really don't like them but don't want to say anything, and then I end up with all these cards sitting around. That would be awkward. That would be awkward. Don't do that to me. Okay, now I'm going to cover this up just a little bit. Then I'm going to go right across here. Put this with a really cool pink coating, so that it looks like the magic rings are doing their thing. Boom. All right, cool deal. Yeah, I like it. All right. Make that stand up and stand out. And then we will call it a day. Pretty cool if I do say so myself. Hey, Tim. Tim Board. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. I appreciate it, man. Colored the symbol for Rusty Gilligan for his card that's going in my sketchbook. Buddy of mine for 20 plus years now. Known that guy a long time. Long time. Let's see. Okay. There we go. Doctor Strange. There we go, folks. Doctor Strange, the symbol, the Riddler. Boy, I really need to press these out. Medusa, Black Bolt, Hawk, Dove, Sue Storm, aka the Invisible Woman. And then we have the Golden Age Green Lantern. And then we have Wildcat. So, hope you guys are digging these. I know I am. Got a few more to come in this set. I'm working on Batman, Gideon, Man-at-Arms, Ram-Man, Bane, and a few others in there. So, the two that I did for you guys, or the three that I did for you guys, there's one, there's two, and there is, if I can get him out of here, he's being difficult, 3. Cool deal. All right. And just to give you guys a little idea of real quick of what's going on with these, let me show you something. Okay. Here's the ones that I haven't finished yet as far as that goes right there in this set. Here's the ones that I have finished just since I started this little video a couple hours ago. That I said I was going to, do these things. And let you have another idea of it. Boom, right here. Just, that's what 270 plus days of this looks like. Every single day, a different card, a different session, a different figure, a different project. I just hope you guys are digging these and that you want me to keep going. So I am gonna get back to this and call it an evening so I can knock these bad boys out. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. So with that said, as always, you inherited this rock. I inherited this rock. Let's do our due diligence to leave it better for tomorrow for everybody else coming after us. Talk to you later, guys. Take care.